Hi students, I welcome you for the continuation of lecture series of basic civil and mechanical engineering, the power plant part. So far we have discussed about two major power plants. First is the steam power plant, thermal power plant or coal power plant. Second is the nuclear power plant. So both power plants have same working conditions, working setup, except the type of fuel. But the third power plant which we are going to see today is a completely different setup, hydroelectric power plant. So among these three, hydroelectric power plant is the most clean source of energy. There is no emission of any harmful gases or harmful particulate matter. So it is a very clean source of energy. So the basic source for this hydroelectric power plants are dams and barrages. So wherever you are able to stop the flow of water and store the potential energy. So whenever you stop the flow of water, potential energy is stored. The kinetic flow of water is stopped. Hence, it's being stored as potential energy. So that potential energy can be utilized to or can be converted into electricity in a hydroelectric power plant. As we discussed in the starting itself, so power plant is nothing but it's a conversion of one form of energy into electricity. So here, potential energy of water is converted into electricity through some turbines and generators. So this picture will clearly give you an idea of what happens in a hydroelectric power plant. So wherever there are dams available, we can dig a small canal like this. So it's this concrete part is actually a dam. So here a penstock or a canal will be designed, so that will cause the water to flow into the turbine setup. So this turbine setup will in turn rotate. So when it rotates, it is coupled with the generator. So that generator will produce electricity, which in turn is used to power the entire electricity supply. So this is regarding the basic outline of a hydroelectric power plant. So the first hydroelectric power plant was constructed in India in 1902. So there are various hydroelectric power plants available in India. In Tamil Nadu, various hydroelectric power plants are available. So total hydroelectric potential of India is 500 megawatt, which is very less compared to that of the capacity of thermal or nuclear power plant. The reason being, we have to store water throughout the year. India is a monsoon expected country, so we cannot expect water throughout the year. So that's a major drawback with this hydroelectric power plant. If there is a constant supply of water throughout the year, then it will produce a constant supply of electricity. Unlike thermal and nuclear power plants, these hydroelectric power plants cannot produce electricity throughout the year because of shortage in water. If it is a good monsoon season, you can produce electricity well and good using these hydroelectric power plants. So what are the primary elements of this hydroelectric power plants? Catchment area. So catchment area is nothing but it's the area where water is collected. It may be a source of river. So then there is a reservoir. Reservoir is the area next to the dam. So this picture, if you see here, the area backside of this dam is actually called as the reservoir. So this is the actual dam. Concrete structure is called as the dam. The back area is called as the reservoir, and the river from which the water comes, it is called as the catchment area. Prime movers are nothing but turbines, then draft tubes, power equipments, etc. So safety equipments, so there is always a surge tank, trash track. So surge tank is used to store the water before directly striking the turbine. If the surge tank is not available, then there may be some variation in the flow which may cause the penstock to burst. If the penstock bursts, the entire dam will be damaged. So to prevent this, these safety equipments are available. Trash rack is nothing but it is a grill setup to prevent any wood or any particles to enter the penstock. Penstock is actually the tube from which the water will be flowing. So to prevent that, we are using the trash rack. So then comes the turbine. This setup will show you clearly. So when the water comes from the penstock, it will strike the turbine, which will rotate, which will in turn supply the electricity through the generator. So this is the working of the hydroelectric power plant. So this figure will actually show you how the turbine works. So we saw in the thermal power plant itself, the turbine will have this bent plates which will enable the striking of water and moving. So then it will be coupled to a generator which will produce the electricity through electromotive force and eddy current effect. So hope you understood the working of this power plants. So advantages you can see and disadvantages. So I hope you understood the working of this hydroelectric power plant. We'll see in later another lecture video series. Thank you, students.